Winter's coming. Winter's coming. In the middle of the great forest called Ashridge, there once lived a family of bears. There was a father, a mother, 2 boys, Tim and George, and the baby who was called Daisy. During summer, the children played very happily in the forest, but when the leaves on the trees turned from green to red and yellow, they knew winter was coming. We must get ready for the cold weather, Mother Bear would say. Then she would make the children try get on their wellies so to see that they didn't let in water. And she would try on their woolly hats to see if they still fitted. Mostly they didn't, of course. And very funny they looked too. Oh dear, Mother Bear said. But the children liked the best of all was helping Father to collect wood for the winter fires. Every day they would ask, "Shall we get the wood today, Father?" And every day he would reply, "Soon, children, soon." And then one morning after breakfast he put down his newspaper, looked out of the window and said, "I think we'll see how much wood there is left in the shed." "Hooray!" cried the boys together. Sorry that my hand's in the way. Now the shed was very dark inside and a bit scary. At first they couldn't see anything, and then they heard a very faint noise. Rustle, rustle. It went. "Help," said George. "Goodness," said Tim. And in case it was something quite dreadful, they both got behind Father. 2 bright eyes were shining through the darkness. Slowly a face grew. The eyes. It was a dormouse. "Why, Dormouse," said George, "whatever are you doing here?" "I'm making my winter nest," yawned Dormouse. "Soon I shall curl myself into a ball, chin up, chin on tummy, very warm and cozy, and there I'll sleep until the daffodils are blooming." And with the last yawn he scampered off. Father had been looking at the logs left from last year. We'll need a lot more than these," he said. "Get the sledge out, boys, and there's your picnic," called Mother. As Daisy couldn't walk very fast, they gave her a ride on the sledge. Very soon they came to a great beech tree that had fallen in the storm. "Just right for us," said Father, and while he chopped at the branches, the boys piled the logs up on the sledge. Daisy sat and watched them. For some time they all worked very hard, and soon the sledge was almost full. At last Father stopped, mopping his brow. "Let's have our picnic," he said. The food was delicious. Hot soup, buns and sausages, apples and honey cakes. They ate every scrap and shared the last crumbs with the birds. Then suddenly, "Ooh!" cried Daisy. She was rubbing her head and pointing to an acorn in the grass. "It must have fallen from the tree," said Tim. "But Daisy, it can't have hurt you at all. It's very small." "Back to work, boys," said Father Bear. father, but George stayed behind, looking up at the tree. A pair of bright eyes was looking down at him. You threw that nut, Squirrel, he whispered, but I won't tell. And he was smiling as he ran to join the others. Naughty George. Dun, dun, dun. George was getting very tired of helping his father and brother to collect wood for their winter fires. Isn't it time to go home yet? He asked rather sadly. Nearly, said Father Bear. I just want to finish chopping this last branch. If you'd help a bit more, grumbled Tim. We could get home sooner, but George didn't answer. He had already wandered away into the forest. I might be able to get this done. Not quite quickly. Soon he came to the big oak tree under which they had eaten their picnic. I wonder if that squirrel who threw the acorn at Daisy is still there. He thought at that moment. Plop! There was an acorn on the grass in front of him. He looked up and staring down at him was a little grey face with twinkly eyes. Wait for me, Squirrel, he called. I'm coming up there as well, and he began to climb the tree. Up and up through the branches he went. At last, with one last puff, he reached the squirrel. You can't climb trees as quickly as I can, said Squirrel. No, agreed George, but I can do other things. What sorts of things?
Alex and Josh, dinner.
All right.
Dinner, Alex.
Thanks, asked the squirrel.
Alex.
Very interested. George
Alex.
thought I can carry logs of
Dinner.
wood, he said at last. Said the squirrel. Well, you can help me carry these acorns to my nest, certainly, said George. Yeah, really complicated. Anyways. I'm gonna have to make a part 2 to this. I'll read this one page and then I'll make a part 2. Why are you gathering so many acorns? George wanted to know. It's food for my winter larder, was the reply. I put a nice little pile of acorns in my safe place. Then in winter I curl up in my warm nest, which is called a dray, and I sleep and sleep. But if I should wake up and feel I need a snack, then I know just where to find something tasty. Just gonna do that so I know where I am for the part 2. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you later. Bye. Bye.